What's up, guys? It's Super Shaw here, and today is going to be my NFL Week 2 game predictions. I apologize in advance for being late. I've been really busy lately, and I've basically just been doing a lot of stuff lately that have absolutely delayed my predictions and NFL stuff, but I am making sure I can quickly get it done. I understand it's Saturday and I promised to have it done by Thursday or Wednesday, but it just did not happen. But now I'm going to make sure I get this video uploaded today as soon as I possibly can. So I am excited for this week, and I'm ready to kick off with a great start to the NFL games once again. And that's about all I have to say for my introduction, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the first game of Week 2. Our Thursday night game. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers. Now, I have this being a close game, but it's probably going to be easy to tell because since it's in Carolina, I believe they can win this game. But just because it is in North Carolina, it is a home game for them. So I have this being a close game, but since it's at North Carolina, I'm going to give it to the Panthers this week, just for this game. Next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens are looking really good right now. You know, they easily score a lot of points when they have been playing a lot of teams. Like the Dolphins, they scored nearly 60 points, and they scored up to a whole lot in the preseason. So it's going to be very, very bad. So with this game, it's going to be a humongous blowout. So the Cardinals stand whatsoever no chance at all against the Ravens. So I'm just going to give it to the Baltimore Ravens right now because there is no point in saying otherwise. Next game, we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Detroit Lions. Now, I see the Lions putting up some good points in this game, but I see the Chargers scoring more. So, you know, they've got better players, better offense, better defense, better everything. So, even though it's in Detroit, Los Angeles Chargers are still better. So, since they are the better team, I'm just going to give it to them this week. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans just blew out the entirety of the Browns last week, which was good to notice, but also bad against my predictions. The Colts, however, lost to the Chargers in overtime, but it was pretty close. But I still see the Titans winning this game because it is a home game for them, and they have better offense. So, with this game, I see this being not a blowout, but it's not going to be too pretty. So I'm going to give it to the Tennessee Titans this week. Next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Now this game is probably going to be more of a defensive game. I think this will be a pretty defensive game for some reason. But even though it's in Cincinnati, I still see the 49ers having this game under control. So I see this not having many points on the board, but it will still be the 49ers territory. So it will not be a close game. I think it will be kind of in between a close game and a blowout. So I will give it to the 49ers because they will be clearly better for this game. Next game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Now, I see this being a close game, like really close. But it's in Houston, so I believe they will take the game. But as long as Watson, their quarterback, stays clean and healthy, they should be good. But I still see the Texans pulling this game out and stopping the Jaguars' defense and offense. So, looking at this game, I see the Houston Texans barely pulling it off with a home win. Next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. The Vikings look really good. The Packers look really good. But since it's in Green Bay, I believe the Vikings are better, but the Packers will win this game. I do not see it being a blowout, but I believe it will be kind of about a score. They'll probably win by about a score or so. So looking at this game, I see the Packers winning this game. So I'm just going to say they will take this game this week. Next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington Redskins. Now, I see the Cowboys beating the Redskins by a good bit. The Redskins barely lost to the Eagles, but the Cowboys took down the Giants in a heartbeat. But even though it's in Washington, I see the Cowboys winning this game by a good bit. So it will be a highly scoring game. I believe it will be an offensive game. So looking at this game, the Cowboys look better. So I will just give it to the Cowboys for this game because they have better offense and better defense in better categories. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I see it being close, but I see the Steelers winning this game. Both these teams have faced challenges in the past, but now it all comes down to this. So, looking at this game, I see the Seahawks not putting up too many points, but the Steelers, probably about 20 points or so. But I still see them winning this game. So it will not be a blowout, but I have the Steelers winning this game. So I will just give it to them this week. Next game, we have the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Giants. Well, I believe this game will be close, but I believe the Bills will be better, with better categories. The Giants will have pretty good offense, but the Bills will have better. So, looking at this game, even though it is in New York, I will give it to the Buffalo Bills this week, because they will be the better team in this situation. Next game, well, won't you just look at that? We have the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins will not win this game even at home because they have destroyed themselves by a lot. So looking at this game, it will be a very bad blowout. So I will just give it to the New England Patriots because they have better players, better categories, and a lot of better stuff that will shut them down immediately. Next game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Oakland Raiders. Now, it is in Oakland. It is a home game for us. So, I believe it will be really, really close. You know, the Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill, which will hurt them a little bit. They still have good players and good offense, but their defense is not the greatest. The Oakland Raiders defense has been improving since, but they still have a lot to work on with that, and they have really good offense and offensive players. So, it will be really close, but since it is in Oakland, I will just take the safe side and give it to them this week. So it will be close, but I believe the Oakland Raiders will win this game this week. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Los Angeles Rams. Oh my goodness. But, you know, I predicted the Saints to lose 3 games this year, just 3, and to win 13. I believe this will be one of them, one of their losses. I believe the Los Angeles Rams will take this game since it is at home. It will be really close though, but since it is in Los Angeles, I will just give it to the Rams this week because I believe they will put up more points. But I believe it will be like the Rams and Chiefs last year where they scored a lot of points to fight for each other. I can see that happening again. So, even though it will be close, I think the Rams will take it this week. Next game, we have the Chicago Bears versus the Denver Broncos. Now, the Bears ended up losing last week, but it was not by too much. It was to the Packers. Hold on. But the Broncos ended up losing to us last week. But I still see the Bears winning this game because they are the better team. They will improve since last week. So I think it will be pretty close, though. But since I have the Bears with better defense and better offense, I will give it to them this week. Our Sunday night game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Atlanta Falcons. Now, it will be like last week with the Falcons. It will be almost a blowout. The Eagles will end up taking this game because they have better offense and better defense, as long as Wentz stays healthy. Falcons have really good offense, but they don't use it well. They've not been using it really well over the last preseason and season. So they need to improve with that to show themselves better. But I do not see it happening still. I see the Eagles shutting them out. So it will be almost a blowout, if not one. So I will just give it to the Eagles because they are the better team. And for the final game of NFL Week 2, we have the Cleveland Browns and New York Jets for our Monday night game. I think the Browns can improve since last week. I feel like it will be a really close game, and it is in New York. But the Browns will barely beat them. Probably only by 1 to 3 points. But it's going to be not really an offensive or defensive game. It will be kind of in the middle. But since the Browns look better, I will give it to them this week. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what your NFL Week 2 predictions are, and I will give you my feedback. on that, and you can tell me what your favorite team is in the comments below, and I will tell you what I think about your team as well. And I will see you guys later. Bye.